Some people chase adrenaline. Some places are built to chase them back. In tonight's video, we're looking at an original horror story called The Carnival's Secret. It follows a thrill seeker drifting from one risky stunt to the next. The kind of person who only feels alive when they're a few inches away from dying. Then, at some nowhere gas station, a flyer appears under the windshield wiper for a carnival that shouldn't exist, in a field that shouldn't be there, with a promise it really shouldn't be making. Wonders that will never leave you. Inside, the rides are crooked, the lights look half dead, and the crowd feels wrong. Scattered among them are kids with jet black eyes who don't laugh, don't talk, and don't seem to be there for the games. This isn't a fun little roadside attraction. It's a place that finds people who can't stop pushing their luck. Turn the lights down. Think about the last time you did something risky just to feel something, and ask yourself, if danger invited you to run away and join the carnival, how far would you follow? This is The Carnival's Secret.
The wind whips through my car like it's trying to claw its way into my skull. The radio's blasting something aggressive and fast, perfect for the aftermath of base jumping off a rusted-out bridge with a no-name river yawning below it. My heart's still jackhammering in my chest, but the adrenaline's already fading. It always fades too fast. I flick the radio off. Silence fills the car like fog, and I hate it. I light a cigarette with shaking hands. My phone buzzes on the passenger seat. Nothing important. A promo email. A couple texts I'm too bored to answer. I look at myself in the rearview mirror. My eyes look wild. Not happy, just awake. It never lasts. That's when I see the flyer. It's stuck under the windshield wiper. I don't remember seeing anyone put it there. Gas station smells like stale jerky and old oil. I lean on the hood of my car, sipping something that claims to be coffee while staring at the flyer like it's a map to another planet. Carnival Nocturne, one night only. There's no address, just coordinates and a QR code. The image is weirdly vintage. A faded clown face, a carousel, and a tagline in swirling red letters. Wonders that will never leave you. I scan the code. The page that loads flickers, then crashes. Classic. I glance around. The people in this town look drained, pale, like someone sucked the color out of them. No one meets my eyes. A teenage cashier at the gas station mutters something about just avoiding the fields tonight. I ask him what that means. He blinks slowly and says,
"They're loud when they pack up."
I laugh. He doesn't. I text Kendra, my best friend and part-time life coach. Me. Found a freak show in the middle of nowhere. Might check it out. Kendra.
You're gonna end up in a true crime podcast. Again.
Kendra.
Seriously, you're addicted to danger. One day it's gonna eat you alive.
Me. Better than dying of boredom. She sends a skull emoji. I send a middle finger. Balance is restored. But the words stick in my head. I find the coordinates. It's not far. Down a dirt road that curves through some woods and spills into a huge field that shouldn't be there. And there it is. Carnival Nocturne. Neon lights flicker like they're trying to stay alive. Calliope music drifts through the air like someone strangling a carousel horse to the beat. The whole thing looks half dead, like a ghost trying to pass as a tourist trap. But people are there, lots of them, some laughing, some silent. I push through the crowd, already buzzing with that high I always chase. Then I see it. A kid, maybe 8, standing by the popcorn stand. Pale skin, buzz cut, hands folded politely, and eyes, jet black, not dark brown, not shadows, full-on solid obsidian from lid to lid. I freeze, look around. No one else reacts. Then I see another, and another. They're everywhere, scattered like props between the crowd. Silent, still, watching. My stomach flips in a way that has nothing to do with motion sickness. I laugh to myself. Okay, edgy little cosplayers. You got me. I lean closer to one. He doesn't move, doesn't blink. His skin looks fake, too smooth. His mouth curls just a little. I step away. Do I leave? Probably should. Kendra would be shrieking at me through the phone right now. But my pulse is doing that thing again, that delicious drumbeat of maybe something's wrong. I head toward the back of the carnival, where the lights are dimmer. One of the black-eyed kids turns slowly and walks through a torn flap in a red and white tent marked "Restricted. Staff only." I follow, because I'm stupid, and curious, and bored, which is always the worst combination. The flap of the tent creaks as I slip inside. The lights behind me vanish like someone killed the sun. I'm not sure how that works. Maybe a trick of the eyes, or just a really good stage effect. Either way, the air changes. Thicker. Tastes like copper and mildew. I move through rows of stacked crates and torn curtains. Everything smells like old grease paint and rot. Then I see them again. The black-eyed kids. They're working. One of them, no older than 6, is sweeping up broken glass in complete silence. Another is dragging a cart twice their size, loaded with tangled wires and masks that look like they were peeled off people. There's no supervision, no talking, just obedience. A little girl walks past me holding a severed hand. Latex, I hope. She doesn't acknowledge me. None of them do, until one does. A boy stops mid-step, looks at me, tilts his head. He speaks, not with his mouth, something deeper.
You don't belong here yet.
I take a step back. A hand clamps down on my shoulder. I'm dragged into a trailer that smells like cigarettes, whiskey, and wet wool. Inside, I come face to face with a clown. He's tall, gaunt, makeup smeared like war paint, yellow teeth, tattoo of a melting balloon on his neck. Name tag reads, Tito. He lights a cigarette without asking, exhales through his nose like a bull.
You lost, sweetheart?
Just exploring.
You think this is one of those haunted hayride joints? One of those immersive experiences?
He chuckles, raspy and cold.
It ain't that.
I ask him about the kids. He sighs, sits on a crate.
They're not kids anymore. Haven't been in a long time.
What are they? I ask. He points the cigarette at me.
That's the wrong question. You should be asking what you're gonna do now that you've seen too much.
Tito gives me a tour. Not the carnival the public sees, the one behind the curtains. We pass a tent filled with rows of mannequin heads. Each one is mouthing silent words in a different language. One head follows me with its eyes. Tito laughs.
That one used to be a linguist. Doesn't shut up.
We move on. A large cage, covered in tarp. Something inside breathes, slow and wet. The tarp pulses with every inhale. I ask what it is. Tito says,
You'll see when it's hungry.
We pass a carousel. The horses are wrong, too real, flanks moving. One lets out a quiet whinny that sounds like a scream underwater. Kids in rags are polishing them. One has a burn mark shaped like an old boarding school crest. Another hums the same twisted carnival song over and over. Tito watches me. He's amused. He knows I'm not going to run. We reach the theater, a rotting big top stitched together from multiple tents. Tito tells me to stay quiet. A rehearsal is in session. The children form a circle, barefoot, filthy, Still silent. A humming begins. Low. Electric. The floodlights flicker. In the center of the circle, the air warps. Light bends. Colors fracture into shades I can't describe. Something begins to emerge. A shape made of beams and pulsing white slits. Like a broken film reel trying to assemble a god. It has no body, no center, just eyes.
She watches. She chooses.
Tito whispers beside me. The thing speaks, but not in sound. It burns the message into me.
You saw them. Now I see you.
My vision goes white. I wake up in another trailer. My clothes smell like ozone. There's blood on my palms. I don't remember bleeding. My phone is dead. Not low battery. Dead. Screen won't even light up. Tito sits at the end of the cot, holding a red and black striped uniform.
You want out, don't you?
Obviously.
Then help us. Work the booths, sell the tickets, keep the show moving. You play along, you leave when we do, one night only.
I ask what happens if I say no. He grins.
The master's hungry, always looking for fresh acts.
I walk to the door. It opens to the carnival again. Same lights, same music. Only now, I see the gaps, places where guests used to be. Empty spots in the crowd, vacant shoes, crushed snow cones dropped mid-bite. Someone, or something, has been feeding. I stumble toward the funhouse mirrors, needing to see myself. Just make sure I'm still me. But the mirror doesn't show me. It shows her, a child, wearing the same camp t-shirt I wore when I was 11. She's got black eyes. Her mouth opens, and I hear my own voice screaming from her throat. Then it's gone. The reflection changes. Just me. But for a moment, my eyes are black, too. I sit by the tilt-a-whirl. The carnival sleeps. The black-eyed kids are curled up near the trash bins like discarded toys. I light another cigarette with shaking fingers. My legs are cramping. My head feels hollow. Why didn't I leave? Because I don't leave. I dive. I climb. I jump. Even when I know I'm falling. Maybe this is the ride, I whisper. And it never ends. Behind me, someone giggles. I don't turn around. The next night, I'm wearing the uniform. Red and black stripes. Polyester hell. The name tag just says staff. Not Rachel. Not anymore. Tito hands me a clipboard. Games and prizes, it says at the top. My job? Funnel guests through the midway. Encourage spending. Smile. I ask what happens if I warn them instead.
Then we've got 2 openings to fill.
I try once anyway, quietly to a woman pushing a stroller. Don't stay past midnight, I whisper. Just don't. She frowns, then laughs like I'm part of the act. The black-eyed kids stare at me all night. They don't blink. They don't smile. But I think they know I'm not pretending anymore. I learn fast. Run the ring toss? Easy. Rigged, of course. Push people toward the haunted house. Done. Ignore the whispering carousel. Working on it. Tito watches me like a proud dad who raised a sociopath.
See?
He says, nudging my shoulder.
You're good at this. Real good.
I ask him how long he's been here. He just shrugs.
Long enough that I forget what bad felt like.
I nod. That night, a girl arrives. Alone. Hoodie. Flashlight. The same look I wore. I watch her hover near the restricted tent. She pulls the flap back. And I don't say a word. Tito claps a hand on my shoulder.
Gotta train the next batch. You're up.
The field is empty now. Carnival's gone. No litter, no tire tracks, just dead grass and that faint smell of burnt sugar and oil. I'm standing in the middle of it, holding a flyer that wasn't there a second ago. Carnival Nocturne, one night only. The ink bleeds in the shape of a smile. In the distance, headlights. Another town. I turn toward the road, and for just a moment, only long enough for the moon to catch it, my reflection in the glass of a passing car window is watching me, and her eyes are black.
That was the Carnival's secret. A reminder that not every trap is a locked door or a cage. Sometimes it's neon lights in an empty field, a one-night-only promise, and a voice in your head saying, "Come on, what's the worst that could happen?" The rides end. The night ends. But places like this don't survive on ticket sales. They survive on people who think nothing bad can really happen to them. Whether you see this story as supernatural horror, a predator with calliope music, or a warning about needing the next high at any cost, one idea sticks. Some carnivals don't want your money. They want you. If you enjoyed this video and want more original horror, you can subscribe, drop a like, and tell me in the comments, what part hit you hardest? The field, the kids, or the feeling that once you see behind the curtain, you don't walk away the same? Thanks for watching, and if you ever find a flyer for a carnival with no address, just coordinates, maybe don't scan the code. You might already be on the guest list.